Hello, you are tuned into Inspired Humboldt, where we shed light on local cultural creatives who uplift our community through creativity, consciousness raising, and holistic healing.
This is Patrick Walsh, and I'm Casey McLean, and we are part of A Rising Community, a local nonprofit and Dreammaker project of the Ink People. We'd like to thank the Ink People for the use of this space and also for the many ways they support us. And we'd also like to thank the Mars Project for the videoing, editing, and all things technical.
So today our guest is KaliShakti. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. Thanks for being here. Would you like to just tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe how you came to be in Humboldt?
Oh, in Humboldt. Okay. Well, I was born in El Salvador. I grew up in Miami, Florida. And when I decided I had been in Florida for already 40 years and I was done and I wanted to go somewhere. And to be completely transparent, I looked into astrocartography. And astrocartography is bringing astrology and geography together to let you know where your power points are, where the best places to live or the not most beneficial places to live. And in Humboldt County, straight up in Arcata, I had my moon energy because it's according to planetary energies. You have Jupiter, Venus, Sun, and different places on the planet. And when I saw that the only one in the United States that was the best for me was Arcata. And so at the time, I was married with my former husband, and we visited in Thanksgiving, and I fell in love with the redwoods. I mean, how can you not? And then I thought, okay, let's move. And it was just, I didn't know anything about Arcata. It was just like blind. And we moved. And
Wow.
It was like a big leap of faith. And here we are.
That's so cool.
And since that was in 2010, around my birthday in January, around our birthday in January. And then I had left Humboldt for some years, and then I recently came back. It just always calls me back. Moon. And according to astrocartography, the moon energy is sisterhood and cellular memory of being at home and comfort. And that's what Humboldt County is for me. So that's what brought me here. And then later I found out it's artistic and it's beautiful and the redwoods. I mean, it was just, yeah. That's how
So cool.
Yeah.
I came to Humboldt County.
It's a beautiful story.
I actually first met you by taking one of your yoga classes, and it was really one of the best yoga classes. You're one of the best teachers, and your yoga is so beautiful. And maybe you would share with us a little bit about your journey, your yoga journey.
Yeah, okay. The way I fell upon yoga, I was a little girl, and my father had left. Like, he left my family. He just kind of abandoned us. And I found this book. I was like 5 or 6, and I found this book, and it was a triangle, and there was an eye, and it was called The Third Eye. And I was like, what is this? At the time, my mom was super Christian, and she was like, what are you doing with that book? And she took it away from me. And I was like, I cried, and I remember just wanting that book. Then I was a fitness trainer and aerobic instructor, or fitness instructor, and there was yoga classes at the gym, and I just felt like, I want to check that out. And I was in, now I know I was in, not Shavasana, but I was in Downward Dog, and I had a full-blown emotional release. I started crying, like sobbing. The teacher came over and said, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I don't know why I'm crying. And at the time, I was just beginning to study Reiki. So just getting into the energy work and energy medicine. And I just felt like I'm home. Before that, I had never been home. And it was so profound. And I fell in love with yoga, and I started practicing, and a year later I said, I want to add this to share this with people, because who knew? And then I just discovered past lives and past life regression and just my whole path of energy and just waking up started after my first yoga class. It was, and I thought, wow, you could have an emotional release practicing yoga. what?
And then you've obviously been trained. You've gone through a yoga. Do you have a lineage that you practice, or is it eclectic? Is it your personal?
So, okay, so the lineage, it's interesting because as an Aquarian, and being in this, that we're in this, some people feel like we are in the Aquarius age and others think we're entering the Aquarian age. Anyway, I was always attracted or vibrated towards teachers that were very open. And so I received my first certification from Yogi Mark Roberts in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And his lineage was Ashtanga and Hatha Raja. So my first certification was in Hatha Raja / Ashtanga, which is like it was like a medley, but it was profound. And then after that, I've been studying Ipsalu Tantra Kriya, which incorporates Tantra Yoga. And then I've been studying Kundalini Yoga, but not certified in Kundalini Yoga. And then I also received certification in Santa Rosa with Ananda Devika Ma, and the lineage is called Sahaja Hatha Yoga. So it's been, yoga to me is like my home base. And I just kept, I feel like you never know everything. So why not be open to just keep studying? Because it's just going to enrich my life to then be able to be in service.
I want to say that you just posted a YouTube video of your practice. And if you want to see how beautiful all those practices get woven together, you could check out this video on her YouTube channel, which we'll talk more about in a minute.
Well, yeah, so you have a YouTube channel, and you have a lot of videos called KaliShakti Dakini Medicine.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that and maybe what people would see when they watch it?
Absolutely. So Dakini Medicine is my DBA, doing business as. And the way that happened, just to explain, because some people don't know what Dakini means. Dakini means sky dancer in the Buddhist tradition, also referred to as Khandro. And I was initiated in the Buddhist tradition by one of my gurus, Domo Geshe Rinpoche, and she named me Khandro. And when you receive a name, it's not that you are that, it's that this lifetime you want to reach that. And Khandro is Dakini. And in the Buddhist tradition, forgive me if I miss anything, universe, because there might be something I leave out, but Dakinis were these wrathful, powerful angel beings that were sky dancers, and they were muses to bring humanity back to the path. When you get off the path, they just bring you back by like a muse. And when my guru Rinpoche, Domo Geshe Rinpoche, named me Khandro, I was like, oh, okay, then there's something in me that can, I can somehow do my best to attain that. So I felt guided to just name my business Dakini Medicine, to be that muse, to just like remind me and to remind whoever is listening or needs support to come back to the path. So my YouTube video channel is basically just free offerings to offer a source of support through meditation and chanting and mantras and everything that's been extremely helpful and healing for me, because everything I teach, I've experienced it firsthand. I'm not going to teach anything that I haven't experienced the healing and the power of. And it was just, I've been getting that spiritual nudge to put myself out there in that way. It's really vulnerable and scary, but I'm just following my spiritual guidance to do that. And I'm still kind of learning the whole tech thing about allowing the YouTubes to be more seen. I don't have all that technology, but my heart's in it. So that's what the YouTube videos are.
Definitely, yeah. You have a lot of videos already, so it shows that you're passionate about it.
And they're beautiful. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Doing a great job.
You also have you're doing a 21-day journey creating balance series. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Okay. So, as part of practicing yoga, yoga means union, right? And that means bringing our heart, our mind, our body, our spirit together. And people that practice yoga, maybe now in the Western world, are sometimes just focused on the physical.
Mm-hmm.
And this 21-day journey is about connecting to every single one of our chakras, the energy centers in our body, and the seed sound, the bija mantra, which is the seed sound of each chakra, to create balance, to create stillness. Some people, and I was one of those, that, I wanted to meditate so badly, but when I sat down with my mind quiet, it was like, all this mind chatter. And when you chant and when you tone a very simple sound, you focus on the sound to then create the stillness. And so the bija mantras are really powerful. They've helped me in a lot of ways. And so I figured I would create a 21-day journey. And so the 21-day journey is based on their 7 chakras, and we're focusing on, we'll chant the bija mantra for every chakra, but then we'll focus on one for 3 days. And then I invite everyone to journal after they've done their practice, which is like 20 minutes, to journal just whatever's coming. And it's focusing on that chakra.
That is such an amazing free offering. If this comes out usually in a week after we video, will people still be able to jump on? It looks like the videos are just posted, so they could do it anytime.
Yes, they're on YouTube. That's the beauty of YouTube, is that I just post them, and even though there's an order of 21 days, you can jump on day 5 if you want. But I would recommend to start with day 1, just for, the ground foundation of it, and you can access them anytime. They'll be there forever.
Brilliant.
That's so cool.
Oh, okay. So can you also tell us a little bit about your healing work?
Yes.
That you do.
Okay, I'm a Theta healing practitioner and a Reiki master. And a Theta healing, Theta healing is basically when you receive the session, we are accessing that Theta brainwave, and I will guide someone to, for a very brief, like a minute visualization, to bring them to that Theta brainwave, and which is the equivalent to the subconscious mind, which is equivalent to a deep meditation trance. And you're not hypnotized, and we're accessing, I ask the person for their permission to go in and see what limiting beliefs they have. And this is where, like, sometimes chanting and affirmations, and you can do all this work, but if you have these core beliefs that your ego is stopping you from seeing or accessing, that's keeping you in this pattern, codependent relationships, addictions, whatever there may be, fears, phobias. So when you are in a session, you're allowing someone to just guide you through that. And I can say that I'm the healer, but actually it's the creator of all that is that's doing the work. I'm just the voice. I'm just the one that gets to see it. And I ask the person, are you ready to remove these limiting beliefs? And then once we've removed a chunk, then I ask them, are you ready? Do I have your permission to then download from creator of all that is, from your higher self, from your I am presence, new wisdom that's going to replace those old limiting beliefs? And Theta healing created miracles in my life. I left a 10-year relationship that was a completely toxic, codependent relationship that I thought I could never leave, and Theta healing was that key that I needed. And it's helped me in so many ways, and it's helped so many people all over the world. It's an international movement, or healing modality. And so when I'm facilitating Theta healing, depending on the person's highest level ascended masters or their spiritual guides, sometimes we'll do Reiki, sometimes we'll chant. It just flows according to what they need, but it's based on Theta healing. THETA healing.
That's so cool, like the Theta brainwave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what the practice is.
Cool. How can people connect with you?
Right now, I'm in the process of restructuring my website. So the best way to reach me would be either on Facebook or Instagram. And on Instagram and IG, it's Dakini Medicine. And on Facebook, it's KaliShakti Khandro with both Ks.
And they can, if they would want a session with you, they can go there.
Yeah, they can
Okay.
message me there or my email, because like I said, my websites are not, they're like under construction. So my email is shrikalisHakti@yahoo.com. SHRI KaliShakti@yahoo.com.
And who do you collaborate with, or what are some other kinds of projects and things that you, or ceremonies?
Yes,
and-
okay,
yeah.
well, I'm of Mayan descent. I was born in El Salvador, and my whole life I was completely disconnected from my lineage. And I was invited, because you have to be personally invited, to a worldwide movement for women called Moon Dance. It's based in the Aztec Mayan lineages, and it's how do you say it? It's Moon Dance is a Western way of saying it, but we refer to it as Danza de la Luna, which is moon dance. And we pray, we sing for 4 nights, the 4 nights right before the full moon. So if we were having, the full moon is on Wednesday this week, we would start the moon dance on Sunday night. So 4 nights, we're up all night under the full moon, singing, dancing, praying. There's this grandmother drum. 10 women are playing the grandmother drum. It's epic. And that has become a huge part of my life. It's helped me connect to my Mayan lineage, and women from all over the world go to Mexico and gather in this way, because there's been a lot of women all over the world that don't have a connection to their lineage, and they've been attracted to this. And Abuela Malinali, who is the founder that brought these ancient lineage tradition back, she brought this back 30 years ago. It's only been 30 years because these ways were lost due to, so many things. And so her energy, she's been so grounded in that she just attracted women from all over the world. There's moon dance. And so when you reach that 9 years, you commit for 4 years to receive we call it our chanupa, which is our prayer pipe. And you commit for 4 years to go every year to ground this healing and the songs and these ancient ways. And then after 4 years, you can start going to other moon dances. And those women that commit to 9 years, they receive a blessing if they want to open up a moon dance wherever they're from. So there's moon dances now in Canada, in Costa Rica, in Puerto Rico. There's one in Texas. There's Drea Silvestri, who is another moon dancer. She will be opening one up in Florida. We're praying for 2023. And we dance together, and she's one of my madrinas, which is a godmother. When you're invited to the moon dance, it's a woman becomes like your guide through the process, because there's a lot to prepare for. It's a prayer. It's not a party. It's not a festival. It's a prayer. And so that's been really huge in my life. And because of that, I recently started sacred song circles. And through the pandemic, we started doing Zoom sacred song circles, and that worked out. But now, little by little, things are opening up again. And I'm hoping that this Tuesday night, we're going to gather around the fire. Mm-hmm. And I'd love for you to come if you want. I mean, men and women are welcome. It'll be on our property. And just to sing around the fire, to honor the full moon. The women can pray with the pipe. I'll share the pipe. And
Amazing.
Very, very powerful.
I just got really excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you could do anything and you knew you'd succeed, what would you want to do?
So, my husband and I have property in Costa Rica, and we've been working really hard to get it. It's really rustic right now to get the water because we're close to a river and the water source. So the prayer is with no obstacles, is to create a sanctuary, retreat center. The name of it is Home Tree. We named it Home Tree. and we wanted to be home tree sanctuary, being that home tree in that beautiful movie Avatar, which is like that fiction movie.
Right.
Their tree that held all the medicine of the ancestors that they would always go to for their healing medicine was called home tree.
Yeah.
So our dream is for that retreat center to be a sanctuary of sorts. We want to create self-sustainable, grow our vegetables, and we're learning about that, and build domes and hold yoga retreats or whatever spirit guides us to do. But we wanted it to be a sanctuary. So that's the prayer.
I just got chilled through my whole body when you...
To create a physical sanctuary of sorts, and there's many all over the world, and that'll be our little,
We need them all.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like sometimes people say, "Oh, there's too many," and I'm like, well, what if every single house was one?
Exactly.
Like, what if the whole world was that?
Exactly.
Yeah, can't have
That's
too
our
much
prayer.
of
And
that.
to just be in service, to be able to use everything I've learned to just help people, and be able to sustain myself financially.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for everyone.
Totally.
That's the prayer.
And what have you been inspired by? What inspires you to this work, or who, or what keeps you going in this path?
Wow. So many teachers. I want to start by thanking Mark Roberts. He's what's the word? I can't even think. Retired. Yogi Mark Roberts and Shiva Ray, the international amazing teacher Shiva Ray. And what more than anything keeps me going is to remember that I've been really humbled. I've been really humbled to remember that everybody has medicine. We all have medicine. Doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how much you know. And the medicine is to be in our heart and to be present and to remember that in order to be of service, you don't have to be a famous international teacher. You don't have to be a retreat facilitator. If you're just home gardening and forgiving whoever you need to forgive, to let go of the past, that we make an incredible ripple effect in the whole. And now with everything that's happening on our planet, just to be that light. And another teacher that is extremely, has been I feel like part of my anchor through this pandemic has been Kaya Ra, the author of the Sophia Code.
Oh.
And the Sophia Code is a codex. It's this living transmission, accessing ascendant masters as mentors, working with them closely, and for us to remember that we are earth angels, and to remember that we have wings, and we can make a difference. And so just all these different amazing teachers, I just want to thank all the gurus, all the teachers, all the ones that have come before me, before us, that have given us an incredible example that we all have medicine. Even if it's not seen in the external, that's not even important. Just as long as you breathe. And I had to remember that, because there was times where I judged myself. I'm not doing this, I'm not going to, that inner critic. And yoga, the practice of yoga, and being able to be blessed and receive and know that Kaya Ra, the author of that, Domo Geshe Rinpoche, my Buddhist teacher, and all of these teachers, they're just incredible examples that we all make a difference, we all have medicine, and our planet and humanity needs each and every single one of us.
Yeah. I experience that inner critic all the time too, and I know that it's really hard to keep the medicine alive and the inner critic at the same time. So you gotta make a choice, Exactly. Sometimes you gotta let it go, whatever's keeping you from that.
Exactly.
Space.
And moon dance, singing the songs and coming back to the planet Earth, and grounding and just honoring the elements, the air, the fire, the water. I mean, the trees are incredible examples of, a lot of people don't notice them. They stand in one place and they just grow and they're grounded. And moon dance helped me just remember that, because I haven't always been grounded. I haven't been connected to my lineage personally. I learned yoga. I was certified as this and certified as that. But like to remember just the simplicity of being connected to the elements and to be in our heart and to follow our heart and to listen to our heart. And then so then theta healing helps with that to help remove the limiting beliefs and all the layers that are keeping us from that truth. And yoga helps us to slow down and breathe. I'm just grateful for all these gifts of being able to access the wisdom of the past through yoga, through theta healing, through moon dance. That's what keeps me going.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your inspiration and your time with us.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here and to be able to just share with all of you and whoever's listening. I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to put links below to ways that you can connect with KaliShakti, and we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.